Dan, this is Batman, calling you from the library of Wayne Manor. Your friend Joshua wanted me to send you this message. So this is just for you, Dan, aka ADD Gamer. Remember, Dan, it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you. Okay, this is Kevin. Dan, I've been doing this role for 30 years. Isn't that wild? And one of the really wonderful aspects of it that I never anticipated is this dialogue I get to have with the audience, this interaction, because the Batman fans are amazing. They're so passionate about the character. And there's a really interesting connection that people have with Batman. It's like a personal connection. There's a sense of intimacy there that just doesn't exist for the other superheroes. And my feeling is that's true because of all the superheroes, Batman is the only one who's actually not a superhero. He doesn't have any superpowers. There's nothing supernatural about him. He can't fly. He can't see through walls. He's a man. He's a human being. He's like you and me. In fact, he's a very flawed man. And he knows he's flawed. He's been damaged by life. But Dan, we are all flawed. Every one of us. And we all get damaged by life. So it makes him that much more relatable for us because in a way he's so much like us. What distinguishes him is that no matter what life throws at him, no matter what crisis, disappointment, failure, he doesn't let it defeat him. He doesn't let it make him bitter. He takes the pain that life throws at him and he turns it around and he gives it back to the world as love. Because his whole mission is to leave the world better than he found it. It's almost as if that ability to take pain, to take misfortune and turn it around and turn it into something positive, it's almost as if that is his superpower. But there's nothing supernatural about that, is there? He does that through force of his will, through his determination, through his belief in himself, through his belief in his mission. And that is something we can all aspire to. Because you don't have to have superpowers to want to give to your family, your community, to leave the world a better place. You, Dan, you do it every day. Joshua told me about the work you do for his charity with animals, for Shelter Friends. Think of how much you're giving to the community and how much love you're giving to the animals. I really relate to that because I love animals. I've always had dogs. I just lost my dog recently, Angus. He was a 14-year-old white Labrador, and he was massive. And he was wonderful. Everyone loved him. But 14 years, for a lab, that's pretty good. That's long. That's a long life. The hard part about our love for animals is that they do leave us young. They leave us early. You just have to realize how lucky we are to have them when they're here. But think of what you're doing in the care you're giving to your Shelter Friends. You have a big heart, Dan, and you should be proud of that. And Joshua sees that in you. Life throws things at all of us. It really does.